What's going on, everybody? My name is Gato. I am the lead editor here at the Time Teller channel. And recently I heard some rumors that a bunch of you didn't know or were concerned or worried that I wasn't part of the team anymore. And I'm here to disprove that rumor because I'm still here. I'm still editing for Jory and the Time Teller channel and his other channels as well. But there's been a lot of work behind the scenes, and that's why you haven't seen a lot of my edits lately. But rest assured, I am still here. I am still editing. And Jory and I were talking, and we figured that it would be fun for me to make a video with my top 5 watches that I would like to own. So let's get going. No time to waste. Let's just do a little magic trick here. That's right. I can do the same things Jory can on his off the cuff videos, because who do you think taught him how to do all of the things that he does for you guys? No, I'm just kidding. I actually think he figured that out by himself, and I'm so proud of him for being a big boy. Anyway, let's get started with the top watch of my list. It's going to be the Hamilton Ventura. This is one of the watches that I've liked for a very long time. First time I saw this was watching Men in Black. Obviously, that's what the Men in Black wear. And it's for that same reason. I mean, it's such a cool looking watch. It's kind of like modern but retro at the same time. Like it definitely makes you feel like that's what a Man in Black would wear, right? Like somebody that deals with like aliens or like high technology kind of stuff. And I think it's just so cool looking. I mean, the fact that it's just not round or square, it's got that kind of like a shield on its side. And it's just one of those watches that I like. I've always envisioned myself like wearing that like at my wedding, except I'm already married and I wore a Timex, so that didn't happen. But it's something that I would want to wear like at some fancy event. I don't know, like if I ever go eat dinner not at home, I would want to wear this watch, wear like a black tie and stuff like that. Yeah, like it's just one of those watches that I've always like admired, like the way it looks. This is just awesome. And I mean, it looks really cool with the bracelet, that stainless steel bracelet, but I would probably have it on a leather strap, and that's how I would wear it. It's not very expensive. It's only about $875. So this is definitely very attainable. Okay, so moving on to the next watch. Okay, so moving on to the second watch on my list, that will be the Boulder Expedition to Everest. Now, this watch right here, well, actually, no. The Expedition was the first watch that I edited a video for Jory. Did I say that right? I can't seem to English very well today. So yeah, when I started working for Jory, the first video I edited was a watch rant. And it was really weird. I had no idea what I was doing as far as the content, because I had never edited this type of content before. And then the second video that he sent me, or like the footage that he sent me, was for this Boulder Expedition. And I just thought it was such a cool looking watch. And I was like, whoa, so this is what this channel's about, right? It's not just some angry man yelling at the camera. And this is what piqued my interest in the channel. And just like hearing him talk about the watches and stuff like that, and him talking about this was like awesome. And then he's talked about Boulder a few times. And I know that he's talked about the expedition to Everest. There's something about the look of this watch and like having the 2-threaded crowns, which it's not. I mean, I wasn't a watch connoisseur, whatever, back then, but it just looked so cool. And then he did his little like going hiking kind of video, and I was like, yeah, this is the type of watch that I want to wear when I go on road trips. And like me and my wife, we go on road trips like at least once a year. We typically go to some of the national parks or state parks, Moab, like Science. We go to Lake Powell a lot. And this is kind of the watches that I want to wear when I go on hikes and go explore and stuff like that. It's just a good looking watch. It's also not very pricey. It's only $6.99. Again, very attainable. And definitely something that I'm working towards. So hopefully someday this will be on my wrist. Moving on to the third watch on my list would be a G-Shock, the GA2100 RGB 1A. The reason I like this watch a lot is simply the fact that it's got the nice neon colors. I know Jory likes the Neo Tokyo, this one. I don't know the name of it, but I'm putting it up right now. And I really like this a lot. And this one right here, there's something about having the digital display and the analog, the hands, minute and hour hands. The color contrast, everything about this watch is cool. Same thing now with Jory, now that he's got his car channel and he's been working on his Porsche, what is it, the 944, the black one. This is something that I didn't know I liked until I started watching it, but I'm very attracted to those cars from like the 80s era, and like just kind of like with the pop-up headlights, just black and square, very boxy, very simple cars. Like, I love that. And like, I've been into neon stuff for a long time. Like, neon stuff is always something that has attracted me for a long time. In fact, I have a painting here that I've had for over 10 years that is called Neon Lights, because I'm into that. I'm into the glowy stuff, There's something about this watch that it's like, it's cool. Yeah. And it's a G-Shock. Who doesn't like a G-Shock? This watch is sitting at $110. I almost bought this a little while ago, but there were also some video games that came out around the same time, and I decided to go with the video game because Zelda. Yes, I am a nerd, in case you didn't know. Moving on to the fourth watch on my list, we are gonna see the Omega Seamaster. It's a diver coaxial master chronometer, and it's the 42 millimeter. Now, I don't have a big wrist. Mine's like 6.5 inches thick. And I know that some of these watches would be really big, but then again, I mean, I'm wearing a Seiko right now, and that's also a 42 millimeter, and it's big, but I don't care because it's my watch and I'm the one wearing it. So this is a watch that I also feel like you can wear just about any time. Like, you don't have to dress a certain way to be able to pull this watch off. It is dressy, but it's also kind of sporty. And if you're taking a dive and your shirt's off, it's cool. And it's also the James Bond watch. So this watch is the highest priced watch that I would want to own, which is $5,300. So this is more of the holy grail for me. This is something that I can't just like save up a little bit of money for a couple of months and then buy it. I would probably have to save for a little while, but who knows? Maybe I will get it. I hope I do, even if I'm 50 or 69. But it is something it is a watch that I would very much like to have in my collection. Now, moving on to the fifth and the last watch on my list. And this is by a company that I'm sure not a lot of you are familiar with, and it's called Pharaoh Company. And this is the Racemaster Chronograph GLF. Probably stands for golf. That's what I think of it. I'm probably wrong. Again, the chronograph, this type of racer chronograph, I hadn't really paid a lot of attention to these until Jory started talking about them. He's got a few episodes where he talks about those, and they're really, really cool looking watches. I also realized that in Breaking Bad, and I hope that this is not a spoiler, and if it is, I am sorry. You can also skip ahead, maybe like 30 seconds. The Monaco by Tag Heuer is given to Walter White, and it's a very cool looking watch. I'm just a sucker for like orange and blue. Like, that combination of color is one of my favorites. Yeah, blue and orange has always been one of my favorite color combinations, and this watch is amazing, super cool looking. This is not exactly what I would want though, and in my search for a good looking chronograph, I ran into this one, and I like it. I like the kind of pastel color, kind of like light blue with the orange. It's got that nice strap on it. It's just such a good looking watch. All right, guys, and then I just want to show you a couple of bonus watches that I really like, and these are not like I need to have them, or they're cool looking and I want them. So one of them would be the Citizen Rebel Pilot, because Star Wars. It's a really cool looking watch. Again, it's got that it's got those splashes of orange, and like I said, like orange is just one of my favorite colors. I found that out like 2 years ago that it's one of my favorite colors, and I own a lot of orange things. In fact, even my notebook is orange. Like, it's got orange stuff in it. I got a couple of orange watches. I got an orange duffel bag. I got orange cups. I got orange sticky notes. Anyway, especially when it's splashes of orange. That's when I really like it a lot. So this watch is super awesome. It's got that Rebel insignia on it. It's got the X-Wing fighter. And then the other one is also a Star Wars, but this is a little bit more retro. Still a Citizen watch, still a Rebellion watch. It's just digital instead of analog. So these two are sitting at $250 and $316, originally $395. Again, they're not very expensive. So maybe one of these days I will be able to have all of these watches under my belt. But for now, they remain on my top 5 wanted list. And that's fine. One by one, I'll be able to get them all. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you like all of these watches that I've picked for my list? I know they're not as maybe not as high end as some of your collections or like Jory's collection or list. But this is mine for now, and I'm pretty happy with it. But let me know if there's a watch that you think that I might like based on this list. Or if there's a watch that you don't like, let me know why you don't like it. Because I would be very interested to see what you guys have to say about the watches that I picked for this episode. So I know you guys probably weren't expecting a video without Jory and it's me instead. But if you liked it, I would really appreciate it if you left a big thumbs up just right down below. Give me all of the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for Jory content if you haven't subscribed already. And don't forget to check out the other videos. We got so many videos going on. We've got the Time Teller channel. We got his podcast, the Things That Keep Me Up at Night. We've got the Time to Drive channel. We got his dad's channel, the Beverly Hills Shrink. So go ahead and check all of those videos out. And what else? What else does he want me to say? Check out the Time Teller channel store, or the timetellerstore.com. And anyway, we'll see you guys next time. And I am alive and well. So.